And so we come here and gather here today. I don't know what to say. I mean, beta's going on apparently, and I can access. Well, it's not that I can't access. It's just one, not enough space on my Xbox. Two, I don't know. I just seem to lost interest in this. I don't know if because of all the stuff that it has, but regardless of, you know, you never know. Anyways, I think I think I'm gonna play Vanguard, even if it's just campaign at release until I get the new Xbox. So I might touch the weapons in Warzone, but hey, who knows? Apple, just give me a sec, Joy here. Give me just a sec. All right, we're done. So, do we have any new information of anti-cheat or the Warzone map? Short answer, no. Long answer, no. I think the long answer is no, obviously. But the other question is why? I mean, you have announced it. Um, both things, but there's nothing more than just a trailer. And I was actually hoping in their page to actually, update it, like not saying just this is a new Warzone map, this is a new anti-cheat system. And so, wait. Sorry, just stuff. Um, but anyways, there was no new information of it, and I'm actually I don't know why they're retaining. I understand the anti cheat. You don't want to get hackers or cheaters. Some glimpse of what you're doing, but for the Warzone map, it's just like here's a take, here's another one, and it looks beautiful. Don't don't uh try to lie to yourself that it's awful. No, it looks fine. The only thing that I think we would have to test would be the the shadow spots, not so much for the rose skin, but more so for the ghillie suits that we have for Modern Warfare, and I think there's no ghillie suits for Cold War. I don't know if they are. Let me know, but primarily it's just the ghillie suits that you have in Modern Warfare that could camouflage very well onto the environment. Like for example, the Dreadwood one for Ghost, you could just lay down and like out of nowhere just snipe, and that's it. It's like you're gone, and well, that's it. But we just seen brief glimpses of it. We don't we don't know more about it. We do know that it's gonna have like um different scenarios, level planes and everything. Um, another one would be more so the fact of if there's going to be like zip lines, but not the typical, going up into the building and that's it. Um, like you got your um the other ones, diagonal, like from little mountain to little mountain or to building to building, kind of like in the outbreak zones. You just rappelled or zip line from one building to another, from one mountain to a building, or a mountain to another, like that. Vehicle wise, is it going to change the dynamic? Is it still going to be the same vehicles that you have in Verdansk, or is this going to be different? Um, is there going to be any helicopters, or if it's not going to be helicopters, because they said that they were going to introduce planes on it, and I'm actually curious about this planes thing because most of the planes that we know from World War II are actually fighter planes. They're not uh your like the little birds, the choppers that they go in and they are unarmed. This ones are actually armed. What type of planes are going to be? Are they going to be the cargo ones? The big ones. I imagine they can do that, but then what's the point of having it as a big fucking tank up in the air that you cannot use for defense or shoot down because you know stuff. I'm actually curious about it. And choppers of that era in World War II were not as developed as many people think. It was just still in its infancy. So that's one thing. And I don't know if you remember when they showcased the multiplayer, and they were showcasing the beta. It's like you could see not only team dead, the normal modes, team deathmatch, domination, kill confirm in a few maps, but you could go to ground war. They gave you the preview of ground war, and everybody was so happy about it, and it almost gave you the sense of scale that they were brewing something big for it. Um, over here, what I've seen in the beta videos of others, while I try to find space for the beta and try to find motivation to play the beta in order to experience it, in order to say that I have played it, in order to for me to criticize it a little bit. Um, so far, what I have seen is it's like they took the World War II maps, adjusted it to the Modern Warfare 2, to the Modern Warfare 2019 engine, made it more open space and more, instead of 3 lanes, it's more so several lanes within 3 lanes and leveling. Like they have in that way they have learned their lesson, but because it's still a beta and there's the kill streaks are not there at full, nor the weapons, nor the equipment and the perks. The whole shenanigans. Until everything is released, then we're going to see the dynamic of it. Because in the beta, they can change a few stuffs, even though it might remain a little bit core. You know, you just gotta wait and see. And I don't know. Let's just let's just hope that they know what they're doing because it seems that they're trending in the right direction, except for the era. Like they did some great things with the engine. It looks a little bit enhanced. Uh, it's just the weapons still feel like World War II, just passed to Modern Warfare 2019 engine, that it's updated. There's a lot of stuff there to question. So until I can get my hands on the real game, not the beta, because what I can see from the beta of Modern Warfare 2019 towards the real game, there were actually some changes uh, there that was actually a very good thing. Like they took certain notes, obviously the loot box thing. Um, so that was nice. Anyways, yeah, I'm strange. I'm strange that they haven't released any new information of the Warzone map. Warzone Pacific. Neither they have stated if it's going to be an entirely different mode, or if you can access this one directly from the game of Vanguard, or you have to revert back to Modern Warfare, or they're going to separate Modern Warfare from Warzone. You know, make it two different applications, which that would be interesting. You know, but we just gotta wait and see. The one thing that I would say that they could do, it's if they're gonna separate this, I prefer it like Cold War doesn't have its tile over there in Modern Warfare game. Neither Vanguard. It's like Modern Warfare, Warzone, and the tile of Warzone. If it gives you the option to choose Warzone Verdansk, Warzone Pacific, I am so glad. Or within the Warzone one, and like access Warzone through Modern Warfare. Okay, you access Warzone through Modern Warfare, and then it gives you the option of Warzone Pacific. You know, like Warzone Verdansk, BR, or Verdansk BR, Verdansk Plunder, Pacific BR, Pacific Plunder, and different modes within it. Now that would be ingenious. Obviously, for the Cold War one, you will have to go back to Modern Warfare because Cold War it's a hybrid that doesn't mesh with the Modern Warfare engine that good. And Vanguard, well, I hope they have like Vanguard and Warzone, that you can access through Vanguard the same. But we just gotta wait to see. I thought they were gonna release more information, but it seems like no. It seems like they just released the trailer, they waited everybody for the beta, and that's it. And I'm like, no. Now, going a little bit for the anti cheat, that's another thing. And I think I'm a little bit worried because they say they're going to release it with the map. And that's one concern that I have. What date? Because I think what the developers are not taking into account right now is the fact that if you give a beta, it's almost like you're giving the blueprint. Because even if uh, in quality of graphics, it's updated in Vanguard, but this the engine it is not a little bit updated in order for it to run. Right now, you're giving them a preview of it. Obviously, you said he's going to run the Modern Warfare engine. But they're going to take notes and they're going to see which they can explode more because of the beta. The codes and everything, even if it is a little bit enhanced. So I'm assuming they have taken their preliminary precautions of this beta, take notes about it, and I believe that once the open beta happens for every console, then I believe a few cheaters are gonna appear in that beta, and they're gonna have their hands full if that's gonna appear and it's gonna be prominent, even if it's just for a few days. I feel that they're gonna test the waters for their cheats also, and I hope that Raven and Sledgehammers, the whole Call of Duty developers, actually take note about it and actually reinforce their anti-cheat because of the possible cheaters appearing on this new Call of Duty. Because I think cheaters we have faced in multiplayer since Call of Duty 4. Because I remember there were some few lobbies that showcase strange names and it's like, oh, they're cheating, they're hacking. And I think they have been prominent. And we have never had an anti cheat system in any Call of Duty, actually. So, I mean, you could report player, but no anti cheat to stop the cheaters. And I think that the last time, before Modern Warfare 2019, the last time that I saw cheaters was in Infinite Warfare, actually. Yeah, like that was the last time that I seen where that I saw them more prominent. Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. Sadly, I saw them more prominently. It's like they abused the code, but it was like it was stupid, and it sometimes their cheats or their hacks just glitched the map, and you're like, the fuck. But there was nothing you could have done. Now on PC, it's obviously reigns rampant, but I was on Xbox, so it was a mess, and it still is a mess. It's still a mess, and I think if this anti cheat that they are going to deliver with the new Warzone map actually works, then we can rest assured that they're on top of things. But the only thing is that I think what Espresso, what Ace, what Slasher, what every Call of Duty content creator has expressed in their videos is that the sadness that we were actually, and in a way we still are, like lab rats uh, or scapegoats right now, for them to gather information for the cheats and hacks that most of these players use in order to ruin other players' experience. And I understand that it is important to gather data. The thing is, if it takes you this long, it means that it's not only the coding and the involvement of the coding in order to detect it and ban the person immediately, but it's more so how to put it, it's more so the fact that it ruins the game for others, for the grand majority of it. And also not having a rank system within the within Warzone actually, yeah. Because if you had a rank system, I bet most of the cheaters would be in rank system, on the rank lobbies, like league play and all that. And in the casual ones, they're going to appear here now and then just to test their cheats in order for them to just go on rank mode and then rank up. You know, so yeah, and well, let's just hope that they have uh more information next week. Um, I do. I'm curious actually if there's going to be COD creators that are going to enjoy Vanguard, because the last time that I wanted to play a World War II game, it was actually World War II Call of Duty. It was so stale. It was just two factions. It was so kid, yeah, kid friendly instead of what it should have been. Um, so hey, Shuni. Um, so yeah, that's one thing. I do hope that they can release a little bit more information about this new map, because I'm more curious about this new map, this new anti cheat system, rather than Vanguard itself. And now the competition for this year has gone steeper, not on first person shooters, or more so on other games. The release of God of War Ragnarok, the release of many of the PlayStation games that were announced 2 days ago, I think, or yesterday. Because sometimes they just post the videos the day after, not uh, the ones that are content creators in order for. But I could be wrong. So the competition right now is it's getting steeper, and the only one that can actually compete that it is this bad boy comes the next year, not this one. So, and it seems well, Sledgehammer has actually put itself in this position, because if this year was actually Vanguard's released, by Sledgehammers, right now we would have been. It's like, oh, Call of Duty Cold War. It's gonna have tough competition, but it's gonna be up there. But nope. And so, yeah, I'm starting to think that Vanguard is going to be the last Call of Duty we're going to see from Sledgehammers. And if that's the case, we're going to make a funeral of it, because it's sad. It's sad that you brought in a developer that was from a very popular game, and it doesn't understand that Call of Duty is a different animal, and you have to know what Call of Duty is. And I think they haven't nailed what Call of Duty is in their types of games. I mean, they have concepts. Have they nailed them? No. Did they wasted Kevin Spacey in their prime before the sexual allegations? Yes. Big time. So, who knows? We might have the last one, the last hurrah, or the last how to put it, the only move that is so stupid to have in Pokemon in one of your Pokemons, self destruct or explosion. Because even though the damage is high, but if it misses, or if the Pokemon's user has protect or some shit like that, that it doesn't KO it, it's like a waste of moves. So I'm actually curious, if you have Focus Ban and you use Explosion, do you still survive with 1 health? Hmm. Gotta ask a Pokemon expert, because I'm not. This is a COD channel, so. Well, that was awkward. Anyways, apples. Good for your health, but sometimes messy. Anyways, let's just hope that they actually release more information, because not only Call of Duty fans want to know if they have solved the anti-cheats thing, or how is this new Warzone map is going to play. but also players from Apex, the ones from Battlefield, because Battlefield is going to be a big a sandbox battle royale thing. There's no campaign. Um, it's almost like an armor, and I think Battlefield should have been, looking back at that game briefly. That game should have been like an armor, uh, mostly because of the type of battles that it had. Call of Duty should have been more, and I think it's still retaining some of its identity, but I think one track doesn't separate itself from Black Ops and Zombie. And it doesn't branch out, and I think that's restricting their creativity on game modes. Look at all the game modes that they have right now for Cold War. It's more so guided towards the Cold War, obviously, but more so like a game of spies. If I want a game of spies, I go and play 007 on an emulator, and you know, I am James Bond from Pierce Brosnan era, because there's no game for Daniel Craig nor others. Well, there was one for Sean Connery that my brother actually finished, and I was watching him play it. And it's ridiculous that you aim from the hip in that game. And I was asking a famous Arma 3 YouTuber, you know, if Modern Warfare's engine, because he streamed, and he still has his videos of him playing Modern Warfare campaign, and a little bit of multiplayer in Warzone. But I asked him if Modern Warfare's engine would be, if Modern Warfare's 2019 engine would be the next armor, and he said, "Hell yes, it can be with a few details added to it, and a cheat system, and well, not cheat, anti-cheat, and it would make perfect sense." Because I feel that this Call of Duty has the movement nailed to the ground, the guns in the realistic mode. I think you would, in order for it to make it a little bit more armor, you would have to, add a few more attachments to it, um, a little bit more customization towards your characters instead of just a whole outfit, like vehicles and all that. A little more. And I think if this is an idea, Activision Infinity Ward, so please give me credit if you're going to take it. If you're you're not going to make another Modern Warfare game, make Modern Warfare, take the Modern Warfare 2019 engine, update it until today, and then make it an armor game, a sandbox, almost like what Battlefield 2042 is doing. Because and let them use the engine. Obviously, they have to credit you, but let them create. Let them have like a theater mode, because it would create a lot of machinimas, a lot of series, interesting ones, or comical ones, and I think that would benefit a lot. You would benefit a lot, not only on the sales, but on the creativity that you're allowing on your game. Because that's what Arma's doing right now with the updates of the mods and everything. They're actually letting their creators create stories, fake missions, or reliving some of the historic ones that they had. So So if you're out of ideas of Call of Duty, just do that one until I finish the script of rewriting this this bad boy. That even though for many people is the most hated, but because of the time of my life that this game came, this is one of my top three Call of Duties of all time. So yeah, I hold that one dear to my heart. So odd, but it's a long story, and I think I might explain it in another stream. Or I think I explained it in my Call of Duty Ghost rewrite. So yeah, I'm almost finished there. So hang on tight. Another awesome Call of Duty is coming your way. And so, Trini, are you there? Are you still there? I don't see you. Are you still with the mermaid tail? Anyways, well, let's see. Let's see Monday. Let's see Monday if they have details on it. Um, One thing that I won't forget since I did it a few streams onwards, I'm still advocating for Raven to add the CM901 into Modern Warfare because that gun literally is the definition of what the gunsmith system is. Versatility. Um, please add it. We need another 308 assault rifle. Just having two options is just too limited on that regard, on that caliber. It's nonsensical. But anyways, well, Trini, if you're still there, we need to talk Discord. Um, we'll stream Monday. You know, if yeah, we're gonna stream Monday, and we're gonna stream about well, the first impressions actually, not mine, of course, because no, I don't got a PlayStation, but you know, um, so yeah, we are going to see if they find anything, about the beta and the thoughts of it. But anyways, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you Monday at 2 p.m. Central Time. We're going to discuss a little bit more, and I think it's going to be more so the future of Warzone. Shuni, Discord. Uh, but until then, you got to wait and see because COD fans literally hate being in the dark about information that is crucial to the game. Anyways, stay safe, take care of yourselves and each other, and yeah, have a nice day. Trini Discord.